You are listening to your new Puppies podcast, starting you and your dog off on the right paw. Here's your host, Debbie Salento.
Hello and welcome to episode 31 of your new Puppies podcast. I'm Debbie, and today we're going to talk about ways to reward your dog without using treats. Whenever we're teaching our puppy something new, treats are usually our go-to. It's simply the easiest and most efficient way to do it. And even though it is the most popular way, it is by far the only way to reward your dog. There are so many ways to reward our dog. We do it all the time by accident. Think about when your puppy whines in the crate. And you're not letting him out of the crate, but he continues to whine when he's in the crate. Because that glance over and just looking at your dog is a reward. And that's why they continue to whine, even if you're not talking to them, even if you're not letting them out of the crate, because just that little bit of eye contact is reinforcing the behavior because you're giving your puppy your attention. Or when you have a dog who pulls on the leash. Well, he pulls and then gets to sniff the tree. So the reward is sniffing the tree. The action is him pulling. So of course he's going to continue to pull. So what we want to do is take a step back, and we can use all of these rewards, all these things our dogs see as good things, and use them to our advantage, and maybe free ourselves up from the treats a little bit. The simplest way to do this is just simply to reward them with our attention. There's a study out there that shows that dogs are equally likely to go to their owner for attention than to a stranger for a treat. The great part about that is we always have that reward. We carry it around with us. Even if we use treats to teach a new behavior, when we start to come away from the treats, the verbal praise never needs to go away because it's the treat we always have on us. And the more we reinforce a behavior, the more solidified it's going to become in their habits, because dogs learn from repetition and reward. So I'm going to go through a bunch of examples just to get you started. The possibilities are endless. We just have to look at things maybe from a different angle. So we've already talked about verbal praise. Another easy one is to use a toy. This is a really good one when your dog, say, comes to you. You can start a game of tug or start a game of fetch. You're doubling up on using the toy in the game and your attention. So if you're calling him in from outside and he comes to you, play with him for a minute. He just came to you. That's a good thing. You want to reward him for it. You want to make it a good thing. Or simply cuddling with them when they're resting in their bed or on the couch. If their human came over to them and gave them a little attention, cuddled with them, rubbed their belly every time they were resting in their bed, they're going to go over and rest in their bed a lot more often. Even if that's not possible, say you're cooking dinner or something, just a little glance over and a smile is a reward, just like it is when they're whining in the crate. Simply walking out the door and going on their walk is a reward. So if we have them sit and stay and wait for us to release them, well, if they do that, their reward is, okay, we get to go out the door and simply go on the walk. So not only are you preventing that run out the door when it opens, but the walk itself is a reward. If your dog loves meeting new people and loves greeting your guests, but he jumps all over them, well, having your dog sit and waiting till he's calm and then gets to greet the guest, being calm and sitting is the action, and greeting the guest itself is the reward. You can also use this approach, say, if you're on a walk and his doggy friend is coming down the road. If he sits and stays calm, then he can go play with them, as opposed to dragging you down the street and then getting to play with them. And even if you are in a situation where, food and treats is just going to be the easiest thing for you to do, or the best way to do it, you don't necessarily have to use treats. You can use their food. Take a handful of food out on a walk and use that for training treats. That way you're not adding any other calories. And if you're making a habit of this, if you're doing this every mealtime, then that means you're training your dog every day. And that is the best habit to get into. So the key here is just to look at your dog's environment, look at things from a little bit of a different angle, see what motivates them, and then use that to your advantage. And think outside the box. Think outside treats. And that is all I have for you today. I'll be talking with you soon. Bye for now.
Thank you for listening to your New Puppies podcast. Learn more about us at playtimepaws.com.
Hello, Debbie here. I just wanted to pop back in to let you know about my brand new 4-week puppy course. So if you're thinking about getting a puppy, or maybe you already have one, this is my new 4-week course where I go over all the stuff that you need to get through puppyhood. So it's a lot of stuff that I talk about on the podcast, but I go into greater detail. And throughout the course, you have direct access to me to answer all of your questions. And there's even an option for a one-on-one training video session with me throughout the course. So if you're interested, you can head over to playtimepaws.com/puppy, and I hope to see you over there. Bye for now.